adelante, hermano. ¿Cómo está?
Muy bien.
Fine, and you?
Fine, just fine. Thanks so much for coming to our home today.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Let me introduce my wife.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Nice to meet you. Welcome.
Please take a seat.
Thank you.
Please, after you. Brother Martinez, my wife and I have been very, very anxious to do the temple work for our ancestors. But we aren't quite sure what information we have to find.
Well, I am going to help you with that.
Thank you.
Brother Martinez, this is my great-grandmother, Maria Garcia. I would love to do the temple work for her, but I don't know how to go about it.
Look at that. She's very pretty.
Thank you.
Well, the first thing I recommend for you is to go into the Family Search website. This will allow you to know if some of her work has been done. That way you can avoid repeating ordinances that have already been performed. Now, if you do have to perform the ordinances, get as much information as you can about her and enter it into the Family Search website. There it will indicate if you have enough information to take the name to the temple. If you don't have enough information, you will be able to see what items of information you need to obtain.
All right. That seems quite easy. So, what information do we need to get in order to do the temple work?
Well, there are three kinds of information that you should try to find. First, you have to find the name and gender of the ancestor. The more complete the name is, the better. And if it's a woman, try to find her maiden name. After that, try to find the dates and places of the most important events in the life of that individual, such as dates of and places of birth, baptism, marriage, or the death of the individual. It also helps to locate information about other people associated with that ancestor. For example, if you want to do the work for your great-grandmother, it would be very useful to find the names of her husband and children, her parents. Their relationships are particularly important when performing the sealing ordinances.
But why do we have to have these three types of information? Isn't it enough to just give the person's name?
No, it is important that the sacred ordinances of the temple be carried out for the right person. Let me give you an example. Do you have the name of your great-grandmother and where she was born?
Mm-hmm. Her name was Maria Garcia, and she was from Spain.
Okay, if you enter Maria Garcia into the Family Search website, you will see that it is a very common name. It will be difficult to know which one is your great-grandmother because there is information on hundreds of women with that name. So there is the risk that the ordinances might be performed for the wrong person. Even so, if you add her birth date, the number of people named Maria Garcia is dramatically reduced, with only the women born that year remaining. If you enter the place of her death, the number is reduced even more because only a few women were born in the same year and died in the same place. Then, when you enter the husband's name, the number of women named Maria Garcia reduces to just one because there is only one woman born in 1890 who died in Madrid and was married to a man named Tomás Colla. So the combination of different bits of information is what helps to identify one specific person. As you enter more and more bits of information into the Family Search website, it's more likely that you will be able to see if this is the right person to do the temple ordinances for.
All right. I've heard that we should obtain as much information about our ancestors as we can reasonably obtain. What does that mean?
Well, reasonable means that you should not spend a lot of money or a lot of time in doing so.
I see.
Brother Martinez, let me look over my notes. First, I put that I should try to find the name and gender of my ancestors. Then, the dates and the places of important occurrences in their lives. And finally, the names of their relatives and their relationships.
And remember that the more information you input, the more likely it is that the ordinances will be performed for the right person.
But is it necessary to input all that information?
Well, it depends what data other people may have entered into the Family Search website. For example, someone may have already entered the name and gender of your great-grandmother and the name of one of her children. The only thing you would have to enter then would be the date or place of some occurrence. But, once again, it's best to first enter the information you have into the Family Search website and then see if you need to find more information.
Brother Martinez, this has been much easier than we thought. We're really grateful for your help.
No problem. It's been a real pleasure to be here with you.
Thanks so much for your time.